Collecting user data in your pop-up ads is easy with ScreenPopper. Right now we're in the editor and we're going to show you just how easy it is. All the elements that you can add to a pop-up ad are located in the bottom of the page. You can add text, boxes, links, images, and data widgets. Let's add a text element. Pasting the text in and clicking Add Text at the bottom of the editor, we'll see that our element has now landed in the center of the page. All we have to do is drag it to the left and put it in our pop-up. Clicking Preview, we can see the result. But we're going to show you the data widgets now, which require a lot more space. So we're going to resize. Move the elements around and click the data icon at the bottom of the page. These are all of your available widgets. We're going to click every one of them so you can see. You can collect emails, first names, last names, choices, questions, and then customize each one of these. Click Add Widgets to add to the page. Now let's drag them all back into place now. Email address, first name, last name, and then a series of addresses. You can change the labels at will or leave what we have here existing. We also have empty clear boxes that you can use for any of your own uses. They're labeled text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If you need to collect paragraph information where users will give you multiple lines of information, use the paragraph boxes. Paragraph 1 and 2 are for that. If you need to ask a question of your user, you can use one of our radio box choices, either a 2-choice or a 3-choice question. And if you just need to collect options, you can use a single option question with a checkbox. Taking a look at the preview, we can see the outcome. Clicking Submit, we can see that the built-in validation is present. That requires at least some entry in your data. As mentioned, you can customize everything about your data widgets. Click the data icon on the bottom to bring up the editor. Let's change the theme to orange ice. Or, let's put it to black ice. Double-clicking an individual element allows you to change it. Let's guess the user a certain question. After you type something in this box, it reflects on the left over here, so you can see dynamically what your efforts look like before you bring them out into the page. Click Update Widgets, and your element is updated automatically. You don't have to even include the element's label if you don't want. Just remove it. And then you can use the text editor to add your own titles and labels accordingly. The real power of the service is the ability to drag and drop elements at will. So if you no longer want them in your pop-up, just drag them out of place. In this case, we don't need all these text elements, so we'll remove them, along with the second paragraph. And an option. What happens if we wanted to add an image, even a background image, below some of the elements? That's simple. Add an image, right-click on it, move it down one layer. And now suddenly you have a simple background for your form elements. Clicking Preview, again we can see the update. Clicking Submit, we see the required fields. If some of your data is not required, all you need to do is to double-click it, click the Advanced tab, and turn off the required element. Update Widgets, click Preview. Now our email address will not be required, and you can see that there is no message here accordingly. Additionally, you can set the tab order for the individual data elements. That means if the user is entering information into the email address and they hit Tab, they'll be advanced to the first name. If they hit Tab, they'll be advanced to the last name. You can set that by double-clicking an element, clicking it, and clicking Advanced. You can see the tab order here is a 1. Let's click first name, that's the next one. It is now a 2. We've preset all these all the way through option 2, which is the last option that we have, and that is set at 12. To see this work, click Preview. Put your cursor inside the email address and hit Tab, and you can see the tab advances through all of the elements. Once you've completed the design of your pop-up, make sure to click Save Changes. Once the update is complete, click Done. We'll now demonstrate what this form looks like in action. Head back to the control panel. There you will see under the Data Manager column, View 2. That means that we've already collected 2 pieces of information from 2 separate users in pop-ups. But we're about to submit a new one. Let's go to the demo page. Click Home to bring up our new pop-up. And let's enter some information. And completing our entry, we click Submit. The pop-up automatically closes once all data has been collected. Clicking the control panel and refreshing the page, we can see that the View 3 now exists. That means there are 3 records submitted by users. Go ahead and click that and we'll take a look at the data. The most recent data submitted is on top. We have 3 records out of a total of 3. And if you scroll through, you'll see that this says Form Data Widget. That's the name of the screen popper or your pop-up. Here's the email address, first name, last name, address, city, state, zip, phone. And remember that we took out text 1 through 6. There's the answer to the paragraph, the questions, and the options.